Okay, this is going to be my very first video, and what I have here is my Conical Spiral Cell. I got a large jar of water with a big mouth that I can put it in, and my old battery charger. I don't have a power supply, so we're just going to have to play with this for a minute. So let me give you a good look at this conical cell. Here, I'll bring it right up. Now I have these legs bent so that they'll fit in a jar, but they will eventually come through. Okay, so I have the battery charger hooked up with the positive on the inner coil and the negative on the outer coil. And I'm going to hit the switch to 6 amps. Let's see what happens here. This is a 6-gauge coil, copper coil, and I'm not seeing any results here. Let me pause and make some adjustments. Okay, what I did here is I hooked up the battery charger to the outer coil and then the third coil in for the positive, and for the negative I put that on the fourth coil in, and then I jumped them. So now every other one is a positive, negative on all 4. And we are getting some bubbles. Okay, very slowly. And this is only running at 6 amps. Okay, and that's the one that has all these bubbles on them is the second smallest, and right now that is a positive charge. The negative charge, the one below it and the one above it, nothing, and the one above that is a positive charge. And I don't see anything going on that. I do see some bubbles on the top. Let me pull this off my tripod and we'll take a quick peek at that. Up here. Okay. So I'm making bubbles, and coils are starting to bubble up a little better. Alright, let me pause here for a second. I realize this is all copper, but these copper coils will be going inside stainless steel tubing at some point. So now I'm going to see if I got any hydrogen on top and give her a little blast and see if we get any popping. Oh yeah. No big bangers though. Just a little bit, a very little bit. I say that suggests there is hydrogen. The water seems to be clouding up. That's probably due to the copper. Okay, let me pause this because I'm going to change some things around. Okay, you'll notice that there's these straws on there to help keep them from grounding out. But now here's one of the things that I can do. I can go from the top one to the bottom one, and I'm going to throw a jumper on the bottom one to see if I charge it from the bottom and charge one set from the top and see what that's going to be like. Okay, this time I have the inside coil as the positive, as the negative, and the outside coil as the positive. And I'm charging the inside coil from down below with the jumper. The water is turning a wonderful green color now because of the copper. And we'll give this a couple seconds and see does it change anything. Okay, now I'm going to pause for a second so that I can jump it like I did before and get both alternating currents. Two coils positive, two coils negative. Okay, I have two coils positive going from the top and two coils negative starting at the bottom. They're alternating coils. Let's see what happens. Pause for a second here. Let it build up. Alright, I'm not seeing a lot on the coils themselves, but when I took a look up on top, I'm seeing that, which appears to have been more than it was the last time. But I'm getting that wonderful green color in there. See, I get a few pops on this thing. No real pops, just some fizzles. Of course, I don't have any decent equipment here. The battery charger right there is saying 2 amps. Just under 2 amps. I can't say that's for sure. Alright, I'm going to pause here. Okay, I took a couple of minutes to turn the legs around so that the cones are now upside down and the funnel shape goes upwards. One of the things that occurred is the copper discolored very quickly, and the water turned very green. So now I'm going to put fresh water in, and then I'm going to try it again. Okay, now I turn the cell upside down, and I have the positive hooked up on the outer coil and the negative hooked on the inner coil, and then they're jumped, the negative and the positive are jumped to the opposing coils in there. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm seeing some good bubbles coming up in there. See, I don't know if you can see that. Bubbles coming up on the side. And she's looking pretty good. This is upside down. I can't create a vortex in there because of the baffles that I have. What I'm using to keep the coils apart. Seeing as there's 4 and it makes a baffle, so they can't make a vortex, but I'm getting some good bubbles in there. I'm not creating that much hydrogen because I'm getting very tiny little pops in this thing. Jumpers. No real pops. And that's about all I have for now.